All right, welcome everyone to this stream of Kingdom 2 Crowns. My name is Elisabeth, and I'm the quality producer of Kingdom 2 Crowns, and with me today is Gordon. Gordon Van
Hi.
Dyke, the one and only. Creative madman slash genius.
No.
Is that
Why
not?
does Steam want me to restart the client
Oh my
with an
god,
update?
are we having technical issues the first thing that's happening?
Oh, but yeah, I'm just trying. So when I look over, I'm looking at my other monitor so I can see what's on the stream, but it's like a delay. So I'm hearing you, and then yeah, it's like ghosting. Like there's like serious rubber banding on the server.
Oh my god. Well, we're gonna have to do the best we can, right?
Mm,
So we're here today because we want to celebrate the remote play event that's going on Steam right now. Because Kingdom is a
yeah,
game that is working exceptionally well for that. I mean, Two Crowns is the game in the series that introduced co-op play to Kingdom.
yes,
So that also means that you can play it together in remote play, and that means that that's true. Only one person has to own the game, right?
correct.
Correct.
Which is pretty awesome. I mean, I think it's really cool. I mean, basically, it's simulating uh, local co-op, right? So if you were physically both in the same location, or couch co-op is another nickname that we have for it, and it's like I find those things really good. Okay, yes, maybe that means that we sell a few less copies, but to me, it's more about when we make these games and when we create these, it's about trying to share this experience that we wanted to build for our people to play.
Yeah.
And this way it allows player people who own it and want to find someone to play with, and they don't have to find someone that owns it also, or if they have a family member that they just want to play casually, and that person doesn't usually buy games. I don't know, it's just such a nice way of doing it, and I really appreciate that Steam set this up because they added this after we had made this game, so we never, we didn't build it and know about this feature and have it as intended, but it is a perfect fit.
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm gonna look over at my screen. So if I'm you're getting a profile view, it's because I'm
You're showing yourself from your best side. No, but I think also that's really awesome. And as far as I understand it, they're actually making it so that the person who joins your game from now on only requires a link. I don't think you even have to have Steam anymore. So they're really taking some making some changes to the feature in a good way. So we want to celebrate this by playing the game. But we're not just playing anything today, Gordon. We have something to show the players, something new that's coming. Do you wanna introduce the new feature?
yeah, I want to figure out what's going on with my Steam just like locked up, so I might have to restart it
Should
or
I
something.
stall or do you want to talk while you're restarting?
Now we can talk. You can
No.
ask me some questions, and
Yeah.
I can try and multitask.
So what's coming, Gordon? What's next for Kingdom?
What's next for Kingdom? We're gonna have an update. So there's an update, and in this update, we're going to show you what we've added, but we want to kind of show you and reveal it as we show it to you. I'm almost got Steam back. I just can't do the stream. So if you could in our Discord chat send me the link so that I can pull it up in browser.
Oh my god. Do you know what you're asking of me right now? I can send it in our other because if I minimize this, your camera is not going to show. So what do you want the link for?
Oh, but you just use your phone and send it to me in Slack then.
What link do you want from me?
The stream.
The stream. Yeah, sure. Can do
Mm.
that. No problems. I mean, it's a little bit of setting up, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting there.
Yeah, we're usually using Discord.
Yeah,
So
for no, I can actually send it through the phone. You're right. There we go. You should have it now.
cool.
Cool. Does it show? Do you have what
Yes.
you need? Perfect.
Yeah, but we're usually using Twitch. So this is our first time we've used Steam. So of course, a lot of people have used Steam before, broadcasted on Steam from Raw Fury, but this is our first time doing it
Yeah,
as a duo.
yeah. I mean, it's our first time as a duo overall because you usually stream with Angelica, who is on parental leave right now. So
Yeah.
so it's a big premiere for a lot of things today. You and me as a team.
Yeah, she's my host master, so she made everything really easy. And you have as well.
I hope so. I've done my best.
Okay, but I'm ready now. So if you invite me,
Yeah, so let's do a remote to play together invite, and I'm gonna send it to you, and hopefully it's gonna show up. And I know that sometimes remote play wants to set up a voice chat, but we already have one running. So let us know if you hear any double sound or something like it. Did you receive my invite?
no.
No. It says you're not even online. Could that be a problem?
Oh, I made myself invisible.
Oh no. Gordon! You're supposed to be prepared.
Uninvisible myself. I have to hide from all the fans. No.
Do you get a lot of saucy DMs from fans? Do you get nudes?
No, sometimes I get no, nothing
I'm
like
just
that.
kidding.
I think I'm a little bit too generic for those kinds of messages. Why, I'm so bad at these things now. I feel like I don't understand why they make it so hard to just stop being invisible. There, now I think I found it.
It's because
Okay.
you have to consult some kind of black magic, I think, to become invisible. So,
Now I'm here.
and
Now
can you
should be able
see
to-
my... I'm gonna cancel the invite and send you a new one and see if that works.
Ah, that worked.
That did work.
I got a little bloop, bloop sound effect, meaning that something happened.
Cool.
Oh, now I see 2 of the game invites, so hopefully I went to the right one.
I hope so.
Yeah, it looks like it's loading for me, so that's good.
So we had a slight connection hiccup, but I think we're back online with the stream.
You're connected.
And now we're connected to the game. We're slowly getting there.
Please hold. Input is temporarily disabled.
Why is it that? Is it because of Steam?
Hold back. Control remote session. I don't know what you need to give me control or something, because I can't do anything.
Okay, so let's... If I leave...
No.
No? How do I do that then?
No, it's Steam.
Steam.
Steam is not giving me access.
Okay.
Not the game.
It says that
It's
you...
saying input is temporarily disabled while the host is busy.
Why the host is busy? I'm not busy. We don't see the game. Yeah, it's because we're setting up a couple of things. So I'm going to show the game pretty soon. We just want to make sure that Gordon has all the controls that he needs. So now something happened. You got the controls now, right?
No.
No? Something was moving. And it wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing this. There.
There? You got it?
I don't know. It's so strange. It's forcing me to use my controller now. Now, okay. But now you went out to a different window, right?
Yes, but now I'm back in.
Okay.
So now we've switched over to the game view. So now the viewers can actually see the stream. And we both have control of our characters. But we're still in the campaign. We haven't jumped into a challenge yet.
No.
Because
Should I do that?
that's what we're going to do today, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have a look at these
What?
little
What
things.
is that?
These little things are new. Because challenge islands used to be a thing for single player only. And
Yep.
for the upcoming update, we want to bring that to friends so you can actually take on a challenge together.
This is pretty exciting. Now, instead of one pawn, you see 2 pawns.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big update here. You have a little chess pawns here.
1 pawn, 2 pawn.
So we're
Does
gonna.
it make a total of 3 pawns, or is it only 2?
No, I think it's only 2. If you don't support 3 players, because if you do, I need to know that ASAP so I can start testing it accordingly.
Okay, let's go to Skull Island. Let's check this out. I want to show players what we did. So I want to focus on this for a second. So this is something. So when we talked about it before, people were like, "Oh, why don't you have co-op for this?" It was quite complicated. So the UI is much harder than one would expect, which is unfortunate, but that's how things are sometimes. But what I want to see is that I went and I designed separate challenges for everybody. So now these have new challenges, and it's forced to play co-op. So both players have to be doing stuff. You can't sit and idle and try and get the co-op ranking. I mean, some people can, I guess, play with both players separately, but we put in, we did all new goals that you have to do to get the rank. So what you have to accomplish to get to the rank is different, and we tried to put in some asynchronicity within the ranking. So one player could have a silver crown and the other player could have gold, or one player could not even rank up and the other one could have ranked up. And we did this on purpose to try and make sure that both players had to kind of accomplish something, and one player doing all the work doesn't just default reward both players. So I put in quite a bit of effort to try and pull that off. It was something that was super important to me that both people were playing. And another interesting thing is this is Challenge Islands. This is not the campaign. Campaign intentionally designed to be more forgiving. So if one player lost their crown, you could come back together and forge a new crown quite easily, and it wasn't very expensive. Now, if one of you makes a mistake and loses the crown, then you both lose. So you can get crowns at different ranks, but if one of you loses a crown, you both go down.
That's really rough.
Exactly. Well, this is the Challenge Islands is where, as a designer, I can be a little bit abusive.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, cathartic for me. It's like I need to be mean sometimes.
Yeah, this is your time to shine.
Exactly. When anybody complains about, it's too difficult, it's too hard, I'm like, good. Thank you. You've just complimented my design.
And so the objectives are different for single player and multiplayer in these Challenge Islands. And as usual, the cursed crown is hidden. So we're not gonna tell you what you're supposed to do to achieve that, but I can tell you it's gonna be difficult. Yes. It's I'm gonna be like super impressed if they find out what's going down.
Yeah, someone probably just reverse engineers it and snoops in the code. That's usually what happens.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn our cameras back on. I turned them off so that you could see the texts a little bit more clearly. We have the description and we have the goals for the bronze, silver, golden crown here. So each player must pay 5 tributes to the Statue of Time. That's for bronze. Silver player, each player must pay for 2 shields and 2 swords. And gold, each player must send 3 troops on a banner charge. So that's what we're going for, right? That's what we're gonna do today. Do you think we're gonna get the cursed crown too?
No.
Do you want to play on 2 crowns, like the regular or Shogun?
Oof, that's a good question. Let's do the default. Let's do
Let's go. But other than that, there shouldn't be any other changes, right? Like, we won't see anything different in the actual scenario. It's still the same Skull Island. We still have the volcano, we still have the Statue of Time that we have to refill, etc.
Yeah, it looks a little bit different, though. I wouldn't necessarily follow me. I might be going the wrong direction,
No, it's the right one.
Okay. But we gotta find
Oh yeah,
gold, so you should go the other
I'll go the
direction.
other way.
Yeah, but one thing that we have done that's gonna impact all of these, and maybe actually you could go to the options and zoom out a bit. I think
Definitely.
so you can.
Definitely.
So we've done. I went through and we put in a lot of new parallaxing layers. So there's a lot more depth to the game, and went through and tried to touch up all the blender states, which is controls how the environments look. So it's potential that the players will notice that. We've also done a whole pass on level design to try and make sure that the RNG does a better job of spawning levels and making things not easier, but just laid out in a more sensible way, so you don't get things that are kind of more annoying, like sometimes a wall would spawn right where the bell was on the dock, for example, and those things are just annoying. They're just annoying obstructions, and we went through and we did a huge pass and tried to clean a lot of those things up so that you didn't have that happening.
Yeah, and it's just like bigger in general, right? It's easy to feel like you're getting lost in the woods and that it's a long way home suddenly in a way that it wasn't in the previous updates of the game.
Exactly. I mean, luckily, the thing is that the challenge islands were always a bit more that way, just because they had fewer unique objects in the level. These were more themed around trying to accomplish different things. So what we did was these ones I didn't tweak as much. A little tweaking on that, but yeah, the big goal was in other settings to have a bit more sense of exploration. So in the campaign, players will see a bigger difference in level size and exploration on those. And it is going to change things. Speedrunners and people who are trying to play and beat things really fast, it is going to change things because some of the levels have gotten bigger.
Yeah.
But it feels better because what ended up happening is that we started realizing that there wasn't a lot of forests because the minimum level size that we told the game to make levels, for some reason this got missed, was shorter or around exactly the same as all the unique items stacked together. Luckily, those already had pieces of forest on the edges of those sections for the unique objects. So you're getting some forest, but not on the scale that we had wanted. And here's another feature we added. We made the lava glow.
Yeah, it's glowing and it's also a little bit more rumbly, isn't it? I mean, the whole thing feels a bit more threatening because for those of you who don't know, Skull Island is centered around this volcano that we have in the background of the set, and the volcano is going to erupt in a couple of days. So what we need to do is we need to find the Statue of Time and fill it up with money so that we can buy ourselves some more time before it erupts. And hopefully we can defeat the greed before that happens. So the volcano did get a little bit of a refresher and is super scary right now. Oh, we got a controller connection lost here. Let's see. Are you still in the game?
I'm trying to switch. I had this controller that was overriding for some reason my game, and I'm trying to stop it, but it seems
But now
to
it's
be
broken.
obsessed. Seems to be obsessed with overriding my keyboard.
Do I have to protect the kingdom while you're figuring that out?
Yeah.
I have no money.
Because I couldn't use my special. It's a weird, goofy Super NES style controller that I got that I thought would be really fun to have, and it's turning out to just be more of a pain in the butt.
Let's see. I'm gonna go exploring. And you just let me
Okay.
know if we want to reset the remote play session and we can get things running again.
I think I'm going to go get a different controller.
Okay.
Hopefully my Xbox One controller works.
Yeah, have a look. Definitely. I see that Bold Spy in the chat is asking when the update will be available for everyone, and just as our moderator and brand manager Chris is saying in the chat, more info will be coming. We don't have a date for you today, but please keep a lookout on our Steam news page for Kingdom 2 Crowns or in our social media. It's Kingdom the Game on Twitter, and you're gonna find out more as soon as we have something to share with you.
Yeah, and in the Steam Community Hub, we'll be posting.
Yeah.
To try and keep everyone up to date. Let's see if this got it to work.
Our archers are not working. They're not giving me any money. Archers, do your job. But we also have no critters here. I mean, I'm very interested in you getting your the control back of your character because you have money and I do not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find some more somewhere. Going on an adventure. I didn't find the Statue of Time on the... Oh my god, the greed are coming and I'm out of stamina. Gordon, we might be losing this already. Gordon. Gordon. No. Gordon, no. Gordon. It happened. We lost. I took a risk, which I was not supposed to take. That's like the...
But that's good, because now we're showing the true vulnerability during Challenge Islands.
Yeah, but I mean, this is what happens when you do this in Kingdom. It punishes you when you're not thinking through what you're actually doing.
And testing your controllers before playing.
Yeah, double punishment for us.
It's like, this is annoying because it's never done this to me before. And then now it decides to try and require something that I hadn't ever needed to do before. So I don't know, maybe updates within. Okay, now.
So should we maybe reset the session and see if we can get it to work?
Yeah.
I'll kick you. Kick player. You're kicked from the session. You can't be here. You can't sit with us anymore.
I wonder if I can get this controller to work on. Hopefully it's working on this and not connecting again to my Xbox.
I mean, I think we could not have gotten a better start to showcasing this update. You're invited anew to the session.
Yeah. I wonder if it's better that I connect this controller with do it with the Bluetooth.
The Bluetooth.
So it doesn't seem to connect wired, but it's charging. So I probably again turned on. I think you have to hold it. Yeah, there we go.
How's it going?
Okay, I got it connected. Now let's hopefully this works correctly, because this is a good test, because like I've only used my keyboard when doing this, so.
And now it works? Yeah, great. We're back. We're back. So I'm gonna jump back to the game screen and we can jump into a challenge island. Do you want to do Skyline again, or should we do something that could kick our asses even worse?
I don't know. What does the chat say?
We'll see. I noticed that we're having a little bit of connectivity issues with the stream, but we are live now. But I see that the chat resets whenever one of those skips is being done. So guys, tell us what you want to see. Do you want us to give Skull Island another shot, or do you want to see something else?
Come on, chat.
I should say that maybe the reason why the chat is a little slow is because people who own the game can chat. So Kingdom players are getting the special treatment today. But if we won't get a suggestion, I think that we should try Skull Island again, because we didn't even find the statue, Gordon.
Yeah.
It feels bad. I think we should give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. New try. We gotta do better than last time, because that was embarrassing. Ah, Xedos! I said wolf maybe, but it was too late, so we're gonna try that next. If we lose again, we're gonna do Wolf Island for you. Dire Island.
Yeah, you go the other way.
I'm just gonna
What are you
zoom
doing?
out again.
Oh yeah.
Zoom.
Does it make you do that again?
Yeah, I did.
My kids just got home, so
Are we gonna
I
get
have to say hi to
like a cameo from them?
them. I don't know. Nova, do you want to be on the stream? My
What's
son probably will. He really likes Kingdom. He's 6.5. My daughter, she's about to turn 10. We're actually tonight celebrating her, so.
Oh really? Happy birthday to her.
Hmm.
That's great. So what are you doing for the birthday dinner? Is it gonna be cake?
Princess cake.
Princess cake.
That's her request.
The Swedish delicacy reserved for special celebrations.
And one of the things that she's really fond of is sushi. So I make sushi.
Homemade.
And yeah, salmon and cucumber is their favorite little mix. The rice and roll it, so do the sushi roll.
Oh
fun.
man,
It's not
sounds
that hard,
delicious.
actually.
I hope I'm invited.
Let me see. Aha, yeah. That other controller, I couldn't do my special. That was why I unplugged it, because we got in that uncomfortable situation. Here's something also new that I did for this. I don't know if people notice, but the trees are much tighter. So this is actually, it's such a subtle thing, but it can make it more difficult. So you don't get tall grass. So you need to hire some workers soon, because you're not going to get the same kind of money income just given to you right away.
Yeah.
I wanted people to have to work for it. So I wanted these are going to be a tad more difficult, but nothing insane.
So here's a worker coming. And an archer. Cool. I'm still short on money. You've saved yours.
I just found 2 chests. So
Oh my god. Is this little worker gonna make it?
remote play though. I love Steam Remote Play.
Yeah.
Because one of the features we've been discussing is like in co-op for online, should we add a split screen version? This kind of like, we should still do it because of course only Steam is supporting this.
Right.
So it's not like we can do it on all platforms and use this method. But we can for, we can use this for Steam for now, but I would like to add it. But I've only seen it requested a few times. But I think it would be nice because you can see what the other person's doing, so then it requires less communication. Or if you're playing and you don't have like a voice solution.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm always curious about what the other player is doing if you're playing like online multiplayer. You want to know, are they okay? Did they find something cool that you also want to take a look at? But
No,
you're...
don't build walls.
No,
Noob move.
but
Noob move.
why wouldn't I do that? I love building walls.
Walls make it harder for the archers to shoot the greed. They have a higher chance of
Ah.
missing because they shoot up and then it drops down and then it also timing.
Oh my god.
Because
Okay.
when they target them. Mhm. So in the beginning, you don't want to build walls. Walls also decrease or increase the space you need in front of them to get to be able to get tall grass. So now you've made it harder for us to get tall grass.
I see. These
Pro
are
tips.
the pro tips for pro players. And I assume that only the pro players are
And the
going to take on
person
this
who-
challenge.
And I mean, these are things that I know because I've been making the game.
Yeah, and you know the
So-
numbers that go in behind the scenes.
I know the numbers, most of them. Now, that's another interesting thing. A good friend of mine, we worked together at DICE on Battlefield 2142,
Right.
and Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2 we worked together on. And he's now part of Stumpy Squid, and so he's a designer, and he's been helping on Kingdom 2 Crowns for this update. So he's gone and fixed a lot of things. Winter is one that we've done a fix on, the night statue, just huge amount of design. No!
What are you doing? Are you
that-
breaking our vagrant camp? Why are you doing this?
Yeah,
No.
because you guys didn't report a bug.
That was not a bug.
I
That was you.
I tapped I tapped the button and it paid for it.
Oh my god. Now we have no camp.
So it's probably actually the lag. This is the downside about remote play.
Yeah, yeah.
The lag can screw things up, and we're really close to each other, which is annoying, because we're both in Sweden and Stockholm.
Yeah, we're in the same city.
So
Don't give away too many secrets, Gordon.
We're
Chris is
super-
writing in the
super
chat.
close.
Chris is very anxious. You're telling too much. But let's talk a little bit about
These
the
are-
winter thing, because I think that's a...
What are we supposed to talk about for 2 hours?
No, but the winter thing is really interesting because that's a thing that comes up a lot in social media and in forums, etc. When especially new players come in and ask, "What am I supposed to be doing in the winter? I just die." And the next update is probably gonna make that a little bit more interesting. Like, you're not just gonna sit around behind your walls and wait for winter to end, but there's actually going to be stuff you can do.
Yeah, this is weird. On trees only.
You found something.
When I tap, now it's not. Now it's working. That's weird. Okay, that must have been lag again. But sometimes when there's lag, like that one, I just tapped and it paid for it. Tapping.
Doing some live testing here.
Interesting. Always. That's the downside sometimes when you're working on games. You're always, especially if you're playing the game you're working on, it's like you can't help but test.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
Can't help but look for those things. I'm gonna try and give my guy a little bit of a running chance. Get behind that wall, Sam. Go, Sam. Run, Sam.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'll save you.
Is Sam alive? He's alive, right?
I
See?
saved Sam.
It's good to have a wall so Sam could run behind
See,
it and be safe.
no, but look, all the greed on this side were gone long before the greed on that side
Okay,
got
okay,
defeated.
okay.
But you can see that's a perfect example. It was a nice setup. We did that on purpose, everyone. It
Definitely.
was to
Hey,
show you the difference.
Gordon, we have a volcano that is very grumbly. It wants to erupt soon, I
Yeah?
think. Have we found the statue yet? No?
No. That's the downside of these bigger levels.
There it is! You found it!
It was on your side. How did you not find it?
I didn't go that far
That
out.
was all my coins. All my coins.
All of them. You only had enough money for one day. One puny day. I mean, these noises in the background are really stressful.
Oh yeah, I'm the Griffin. I can power up wherever.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So this is like nothing brand new, but it is kind of a fun story. So the Griffin in this you see is a different color variant than when you play in the normal one, because the key thing uh, was to in these is try and make sure that if someone took a screenshot, they would always know which version of Kingdom that they were playing.
Right.
So if they were playing Challenge Island or Campaign.
Yeah, that's clever.
So this is actually so I went through and I was like trying to figure out how do I decided to recolor the Griffin myself instead of having Martin, who's the artist that made the original one, because I just wanted to do it and he had a lot on his plate. So I went through and I was just looking at different kinds of birds and stuff like that, and I decided to use a red-winged hawk or red-tailed hawk, which is native of California. So I took that hawk and used it for the premise for this color design change that I did. So, and I'm originally from California, so it was kind of a little subtle, discreet way of me kind of paying homage to my
To your home.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. So Sam is in trouble. I may have paid for him to take down a couple of trees, but he prioritized the wall. So the wall was once again a bad call.
No, you prioritized because you paid for the stuff.
I paid for all of it.
Don't blame Sam. Don't blame Sam.
No.
Sam, he just does what you tell him to do.
I'm just saying Sam is in trouble. And I can say it's my fault.
Sam goes, you can sacrifice me. He's like, I will die for my kingdom, or go back to being a peasant because he doesn't technically die. He's like, I will sacrifice my tool to save the kingdom because he knows the wall is going to save the kingdom.
He's okay. He's okay. He's alive.
I can see he's casually strolling. That's another thing that people maybe miss that you should think about when you're doing stuff. If you have citizens that you don't want to that you're trying not to lose and you want them to get back as quickly as possible, don't stand over them if they have coins. Because if you stand over them and they have coins, then they pause to give them to you, so you actually slow them down. So that's another pro tip.
Right. I mean, I guess I only just recently figured out that, wow, okay, you can actually use coins on units as a defense too. Like, I realized this, like, after many hours into the game, that, you know, if a unit carries a lot of coins, they can actually take a couple of hits from the greed before they lose their tool. Just like the rulers. Do we have more than one builder? I feel like Sam is maybe a little bit... He has too much responsibility on his shoulders.
I have bought another one.
Okay, good. What's his name?
You have more money than me. You're being a little frugal.
Yeah. Been saving up. I'm gonna
open that purse and spend that money.
I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna get myself like a nice house by the sea.
By the way, the official name of the coin bag is actually a coin purse.
It's a purse, okay.
Yeah. Because that is that's the correct terminology that was used back then.
I want to use
coin purse.
I want to use my money for giving us more days on the time statue.
I thought you were going to give it to charity.
I'm not going to give it to charity. What's that? Like, that's dropping into the greed, right?
Is that a coin wall? A coin wall is a charity wall. Maybe that's what we should start calling it.
Yeah.
What happened to our builders?
They're cutting down trees on the other side, I think. So, Boldspy is wondering, do you plan to add Deadlands to challenge islands in the future?
Not to these ones. These ones were designed specifically for that, because they have abilities. So we have to rethink, and we'd have to create some new challenge islands if we did that. Kind of feel like we need more workers already.
Yeah, they're busy. They're busy bees.
What about on the bigger camp? Oh, I guess it's too late now in the day. So we shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to
Push on.
venture out right now. I feel like you and I play this game very differently from each other. Like, I love building walls and, you know, getting my tech up as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't. I play as strategically as possible. So I'm more. I see myself more as a strategic player. So like I wait for when I build my wall, like outer walls. Like we're gonna build them, but I also want to make sure we build correctly around this farm, so we have more farm plot space. So basically, what I want to do is build this second wall here right away, so we get the new camp, so the new shops. Oh, there's greed coming already.
Run,
Oh,
Gordon.
another thing is I fixed the moon with Bobby, one of our programmers. The moon kept the bright side kept being oversaturated, and so it was too bright. So it was you weren't seeing the details on the moon. So we fixed that.
Well, it looks really nice now. We can see the details.
Yeah. So I had to go through and tweak it after he fixed it. So it's fun. So like I kind of more obsess over the visual things, and I'm not a programmer, so there's a lot of teamwork that goes into these things, and so it's like even though I'm the one who's designing it, I couldn't do it without all the super talented people that are on the dev side on our team.
Yeah.
They're super awesome.
They can make anything happen, basically.
Almost. There's some times where I really make them go, dude, what are you, Gordon, stop. This idea is they're too crazy.
Gordon,
I mean,
please.
there's limitations on the engine. We use Unity. There's certain things. We've refactored a ton of code, but this started from the base original game. Even though there's a lot of work, so it's like there are certain things that were done in a way, like the blender states and things like that, that are really were built to handle it the way the game was originally designed, which was a roguelike. It was a single land. It wasn't multiple lands and things like this. And these are things that we added over time, and it's good, but it does create constraints, and it does sometimes make things more difficult than maybe we initially intended.
Right.
So.
Okay, so we have 2 new villagers coming in from this side.
This is almost too easy. Look, I'm so rich.
I'm also kind of rich.
Where's our farm shop? How come the farm didn't appear?
Good question.
That's a little worrying. Did I remove the farm on this one?
I
No,
hope
I don't
not.
think I did.
I'm trying to put up a side, and we'll see if it's gonna show up here, maybe. Oh, there's something. There it is. What's happening?
Okay, it showed up after it. So I guess we never fixed that.
We gotta find us some more villagers and make them into farmers. You know what? I love that Chris is sitting here. He's wielding Google Translate to translate the Turkish comments coming in. So Censor here is asking if there's any other Turkish-speaking players who would like to play. It's a good opportunity to find some friends to play with. I mean, it feels good. It feels kind of easy. We haven't been overwhelmed by any greed waves yet. And the bad one is the one that's coming if the volcano erupts, right? That's when it's gonna be rough. So we don't want that to happen. Oh, right. How are we doing on the crowns? I'm gonna look. Like, what do we need to do? Here's the screen. Each player must pay 5 tributes to the Statue of Time. I'm gonna go and get myself a crown as soon as the daybreak comes. I'm gonna go now. The greed wave is over, right? But okay, so I can't build walls. Can I build towers? Or is that also a noob play? Like the archer towers?
Well, it depends. I think archer towers are more valuable when they're outside of the... Oh, see, there you go.
There.
There you get your crown.
Nice.
And I don't get one.
I bestow on thee the bronze crown. Cool. Got one. Sorry, you were saying?
But I love that we did that. I forget. You have to remind me.
About the towers.
Oh, yeah. I like to put them outside of the wall.
Yeah.
Because then what they do is they start thinning out the greed wave.
Yeah.
So it's like... So the towers can be really valuable on the outside, and on the inside, usually those are the ones that you upgrade with the hermits.
Okay, what's the next goal? Is it to buy 2 swords and 2 shields? So to get the swords and the shields, we have to upgrade our base, like the castle. I'm going for objective here, Gordon. I have my eyes on the prize. I'm gonna have a gold crown before this is over. And so what's your strategy here? You're just clearing the entire map. It seems like that's the priority here.
No, I'm trying to create... Right now what I'm doing is I'm building a space so we can have 2 farms.
Right.
And so we can have a lot of income and a good defense setup. Because after this 4 walls, we don't... On Skull Island... So this is another thing. It's like how you play the campaign. You can't transfer all of that over to Kingdom.
Or to the Challenge Islands.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the main difference then? Like,
the main difference.
Like, how would you approach this differently from the campaign?
Well, one was you don't build walls as quickly as as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one small one. Another thing for this.
You got them.
How did they get here so fast?
Because you've been expanding like a crazy person. Are you going to do this until they leave?
I have plenty of coins. I might actually just pay them off. Take my money.
That's
you
what I usually
mobsters.
do when people come knocking on my door unwanted. I just throw coins at them until they leave.
It works.
Okay, we're alive. But we have a farm, but we don't have any farmers. We need to recruit some more villagers here. And we could have, if you hadn't destroyed the camp we had here.
What day are we on? But there's two beggar camps really close to each other.
Yeah, I found one here.
We'll be fine.
And, oh yeah, they're really next to each other. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a meat market. Maybe get a few more days. A few days of rest. With no volcano stuff. I don't think we're gonna lose. I have a good feeling. I have a feeling I'm gonna get my gold crown, the one that I want.
I know we have a pretty strong setup.
We don't have enough workers, I would say now. We would need more of those. Because now they're running from one side to the other, back and forth. Okay, we got workers, we got farmers, no. And we just gotta get that wall up so the farmers are safe. Come on, little guy. Work faster.
I get super into this sometimes and I forget to talk.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's a very like therapeutic game in that way. You know, you can really chill with it and get in the zone. No, I'm not gonna do that right now. That's a bad idea. Okay, so we have
Why did I do that?
we have 2 farmers now.
We
Good.
might have a recovery wave. I can't remember if I designed this to not have a recovery day after a blood moon.
But wasn't that last night? Didn't we already have a recovery day?
I can tell it. I can tell it if you have a recovery or not.
Okay. You can see
So-
the signs. You can read the stars.
Sometimes, as you take, if you're on a level longer, then you actually don't get. As the more blood moons you've gone through, then you stop having recovery
Oh, really?
days. So to make it more difficult.
Gordon,
So
I think I found a
these are all
bug.
little small tools for difficulty. I found some bugs too.
Yeah.
So
Do you hear this? Do you hear it?
too bad you guys didn't. Yeah. Too bad you guys didn't find those before.
Yeah, I know. What is this sound? It's just when I ride past this little area, it just sounds super
It's
windy.
just it's just a misplacement of portal
Ah.
sound effect.
Okay, let's see if we can recruit some more villagers. Chris asked, does that mean we need to delay the launch?
No, but maybe we need to plan for a rapid patch after.
Yeah. I think we can live with the spooky sound here and there at least. See, here it is. Spooky sound. The volcano is calm. We have farmers, they're farming. We're getting some more farmers. It's looking good for our kingdom. To me, I think that Skull Island feels like one of the more forgiving ones, right? Because Plague Island can be super spooky. Like because
Plague Island is really, yeah. I think if we're gonna measure the difficulties of these things, yeah, I would say it's probably Plague Island is one of the more difficult ones, and then Dire. I think Skull Island is a little bit more straightforward, but one of the key differences is like paying the tribute to the statue, right?
Yeah.
That's a big thing that kind of separates this kingdom, the Skull Island, from the other ones and from the campaign.
Oh, you're getting a crown. Yeah. There you go.
Now we have no more reason to pay that.
Nope. But we do have reason to pay for shields and swords. I mean, Skull Island even gives you the tech upgrades for free. Do the other ones do that as well?
No, some of them you have to pay for.
Full upgrade.
Whoa, you got us all the way to the iron upgrade already. Wow.
Yeah, I'm here for my shields and swords, Gordon. Okay, I'm gonna get a shield here. And a shield there.
But do we have enough knights?
That sounds like a you problem.
Or squires? Or enough knights for the squires, because our archers, what am I saying? Knights.
I guess we gonna have to go and recruit some.
Yeah.
I'm making selfish decisions in pursuit of these crowns.
A lot of beggars.
Yeah, I found a couple there.
Did you?
These camps are empty. Because no, there's one. He was hiding. So we've got one in each camp. Okay, so here's the thing I wonder about the game, because I'm not quite sure it works like this. But if I were to just leave a coin in a camp, and a beggar would spawn after I leave, would that beggar pick up the coin and come running to our base?
Yes.
I'm gonna leave some coins here. Good news.
But if you leave it too early, then the coin will disappear.
No! Why? Oh.
Because they only last for 30 seconds.
Oh, really? Oh. Oh, perfect timing. Did you see that? Oh, that was great. And then we got the other one. I did the right thing. Cool. And I mean, the greed could also come and pick it up, right?
Yes, the greed could also pick it up. See, this farm didn't work out how I had hoped. We got too much stuff getting in the way of having it, so we might need to expand the wall on this one.
I'll do it here. And I'll
But
pay...
what I always try to do is I always try to clear a bit of forest on the edge if possible, so that I make sure that once I build the new wall, that I still have plenty of tall grass. But now we built the wall here,
Yeah.
and we won't have any tall grass.
There are some more workers coming to ease off the workload a little bit. He's fighting hard, Sam.
Sam is still with us.
Still standing, still fighting.
Fighting the good fight. Do we have no? We don't have enough time to build a stone.
I wouldn't do it. Okay, so I bought 2 shields now. Now I only have to buy 2 swords.
I love this kind of placement, by the way, where there's like a tower
Yeah, right
in
outside.
front of a wall.
Yeah.
They really, that, when you have that kind of setup, if you're playing the campaign and then you add the ballista, very, very powerful.
Good. Very good. So in order to get the swords, I would need to upgrade to iron walls, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to do
We'll
that.
have to get some more iron walls.
Gotta do that. They got a lot to do, our little workers. See if we can get one more.
Yeah. That's another upside of the level design pass that we did. Because it was to kind of solve bugs at the same time. It wasn't just because we wanted to, but we realized that, with those special, unique locations that that are kind of set up in the game, what happens is a lot of those, you don't want a wall spawning where on top of the... Don't build that wall, by the way.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Then what you have is like, you would have less wall placements, less farms, less archer towers. So now you get way more of those. So you get a better level layout. So you have, you don't get in those situations where there wasn't enough walls or enough spaces to create a proper wall spacing so that you could get your night shop, because if the space was too narrow between it won't spawn. So it just helped us also as well fix a lot of things. So now I moved this. The nice thing is, as you move the wall out, things that are important to have near the wall, like the catapult and like the pikemen, then they move along with the wall, which is a really complicated system, surprisingly. So it's quite a pain in the butt sometimes, that system.
I bet it is.
There's often been times that it doesn't spawn things correctly, or it does something weird, because technically if I could control this better, and maybe we'll try, but this shouldn't spawn next to the edge of the wall. The catapult should be back a little bit further, because now it makes it difficult for you to buy oil barrels to get to. So there's all these little weird hiccups. So just need to improve that QA, right? Wink, wink.
Definitely. We're doing our best. Chris says in the chat we need to make a Sam t-shirt. At the very least, we should give him a promotion.
That was one of the things I had hoped I could get in, feature that got cut, and I don't see it ever getting into Two Crowns or any kingdom current ones. It's like, I wanted to be able to upgrade your citizens. Like if you had an archer, that you could upgrade them into it, like a special archer or a different kind of archer. But it just, like, there wasn't a huge gameplay reason that kind of made it worthwhile. I think the biggest motivation for doing something like that for me was like with that you kind of create an emotional attachment to certain citizens. So you see these citizens as being more special and unique. So it was more it was more motivated by that. Oh man, our workers are really just going to one side and the other. We need to hire some more workers, I think.
Yeah, I just hired one more, but we should get more.
I think we might lose Sam.
No, we're not. We can't lose. No, you gotta hold him off. See, he's going back. He has some kind of survival instinct. Maybe.
He lived.
Yeah, you saved him. Okay, still no.
But it was my fault. I'm the one that put him in danger.
Okay, I'm gonna get just one more worker. As I see, we have a guy without a job here.
I feel like we're doing too well
Yeah.
at this. Like, I feel like we need to maybe pause this one and go to another one since we only have 50 minutes left.
Yeah, we could do that.
Time is flying.
Yeah.
It's going right fast.
Should we have a look at another one
crazy.
then? Should we have a look at the Dire Island?
Let's see, what is the...
What's going on?
I was just seeing if anybody was suggesting a challenge island. What should we do?
Dire Island
Which
is
one?
my suggestion.
Skull Island, Plague Island, or Dire Island? Yeah, let's do Dire Islands.
Yeah, because Zedos was wishing for it the last time we asked, and we didn't pick it up. So, okay, so the Legend of Fenrir lives on, and you must protect the only pup. So we have the co-op objectives for this is travel to 2 lands, and each pay for at least 10 ship pieces. Silver Crown is travel to 5 lands with a full ship, and each pay for at least 20 ship pieces. And the Gold Crown is travel to 10 lands with a full ship, and each pay for 30 ship pieces. And
do you think we could at least get bronze? This
we
is
can.
kind of hard.
Do you want to go for the Plague Island instead?
No,
No?
let's do
it. Let's do it.
I wanna try
Okay,
and see if
okay.
we can get to...
Maybe you have to take the reins here if we gotta get off the island fast, right? Feels like you're an expert at that. Awoo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom out.
Oof, this is gonna be hard.
There we go.
I wonder why it doesn't save that for you. That's so bizarre. I think we're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
You try the other way.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting thing, like with so here's a funny thing. This started off so Dire Island originally you were going to be the puppy and you had to kind of get the ruler to follow you around. You could still pay for things, but you would have to like nudge the ruler, so you would have to move kind of in front of things to get him to pay for
That's
it.
really cute.
That was my original concept for Dire Island, which was called Doggo Island.
Doggo Island.
But then there was just certain things that kind of got in our way of being able to do that. So then we turned it into kind of like, okay, you're on a... I really wanted to ride on a dog, so we changed it to a dire wolf. And then I thought it was funny because I was like, we can kind of do a pun with this. So it's Dire Island because, you know, dire is when something is, you know, in its very difficult stages.
Yeah,
or, you know, you're assuming you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
And then it's dire wolves. And, you know, Game of Thrones, who didn't watch it. So they made it also much more... so more people knew about it and knew about.
I think it's a good pun.
And I love the attack. I love being able to attack things. Sounds really bad. But it's really fun because in the original Kingdom, we only had different colored horses that had different stats. Like you had the fast horse, you had the regular horse, and things like that, and then you have a stamina horse. And then in New Lands, we added the ability to have. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. We added new mounts that had different things that you could do. So the bear was the first animal in Kingdom that could actually attack.
Right.
But here's the trick to Dire Island. If someone hasn't actually played this, if you lose your pup, you lose your crown. So there's two ways to lose for the first time. So this is another thing that sets this apart and gives it a different theme and gives it a different kind of setup than the original, than the campaign or the other Kingdom games in general. Because these bring back roguelike. So in campaign is not roguelike. You know, if you lose, you're an heir to the kingdom and you take over. And you know, time has passed, so maybe some of your walls have collapsed and things have kind of decayed.
Right.
And then you just have to do some simple repairing. Oh, also, this is how you get the speed boost. You can't eat anything. You can't eat grass because what wolf eats grass unless it's got tummy troubles, and then it's just trying to poop something out. So it's like instead, the dire wolf here recharges from the moon. No! Oh, he almost got my.
Oh my god.
How did he miss? That was close. That was really
so
close.
I mean, you gotta keep track of your pup first and foremost. I mean, it's like.
Did we get a builder?
Yeah, one. He's clearing out some wood right now. Because I mean, you're used to keeping track of your ruler from the campaign, but when you have this other character that you also have to take care of, gives a whole new level of difficulty to it.
Yeah.
Xedos says in the chat, honestly, Wolf is very strong. I can't imagine what you can do as two. Do you think we're gonna be OP, Gordon, because the Wolf is strong?
No, because we have two puppies that can be lost. So I don't think we have any advantage right now. I think we have to be very, very careful what we choose to do.
Do we know where the boat is? I mean, we gotta leave.
Yeah, it's on the side where we spawned from.
Okay, so we should be clearing wood in that direction then.
No.
No?
Because there's a camp.
Aha, okay.
So I'm clearing it, but just to get enough space so we can build a wall and not lose rabbit farming. So this is an example of what I added. So I changed the starting area so that there's more forest tighter into the starting camp. So it is a little more tricky.
Yeah, so it takes a little while to get
first base
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did find a chest full of money, but no beggars. I'm venturing far out into the woods right now. I mean, I could lose my puppy if I'm not careful. I think I should be heading back. Puppy, come back. We're going home. But I really like the idea that you mentioned that the puppy would be like controlling the ruler. I mean, because sometimes you see people out walking their dogs, and you can kind of see when the dog is walking the human rather than the other way around.
Exactly. It was kind of like it's kind of based on that kind of concept, right? It's like who's in control?
Yeah.
The pet or the human?
We're always slaves to good dogs. They're so cute, we can't resist them. Okay, so I'm not allowed to build any walls. What am I allowed to build, Gordon?
So what we're gonna have to do?
I want to build
Nothing.
something.
No. You
No.
can share some money with me, or you can. If we build the walls right now, we're not gonna have hunting, and we need to get some resources, some monies. So, oh, actually, yeah, you could build, but now it's the nighttime. So,
Oh,
no,
I
what
just
did you?
I just
You
paid
know
for a
it's
tree.
nighttime.
Yeah. I realized. I lost track of time, Gordon.
Now you're gonna lose your pup. You better run.
No.
Yeah, pay him off. Pay him off. That's
My puppy
that's
is
a
fine.
good strategy.
My puppy is
Pay
fine.
Pay him off. Pay him off. Go, go,
Puppy
go,
thieves.
go. All right, now you can upgrade the camp, and then we'll get those 2 walls for free.
Okay.
So that's another pro tip.
Free walls.
Always try to get free walls. Never pay for walls.
That's a good tip. I like frugal
I
tips.
wonder. Oh, look at that. 2 deers, 1 attack. I found another camp. We did not get a good RNG for this one. We don't have clearings. We get now. See, on this one, you have to upgrade iron and stone
Yeah.
before you leave. I think if you upgrade those, you don't get them on the next one. Yeah, there's not a single clearing. This is not a very friendly RNG at all.
I have 1 clearing on this side, but it's not very helpful. Because it's not next to a camp or anything. We're going back, puppy. There's nothing for us here.
I got to the edge, to the dock.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little nervous because I'm a little winded, and there's. I have to run past this and hope that my pup doesn't get taken. No.
No, puppy.
Okay,
Jesus.
that was close.
Okay, do we want more archers? So we got some new dudes hanging out.
Yeah, probably some archers. This is kind of intense. It's like adds a new stress level to have the dog also be able to be taken.
Yeah, and the stamina is definitely a challenge here.
Yeah, because you can only recharge at nighttime
Yeah,
because it can howl to the moon, and that's how it recharges its stamina.
right. So it's a very different kind of risk going out into the woods and going too far.
Mhm.
So it's more important to expand your base, right?
No, I still don't think it's always the best strategy to expand quickly, though. But it is always good to expand. And I try to always design stuff so that there is more value to expanding, because I think previous games people often what's called turtling. They would just build up their base and just try and never build beyond the 2 walls. Now you need walls to get shops. That was another kind of value to walls, because we wanted to add more shops, and so if you add more shops, you need more space, and also making it to where you had to build the outer walls before you got the farm shop, because before you would get that, and then on the other side you would get the catapult, but we moved the catapult to be separate shops that spawn on either side.
Yeah.
Because another downside to having all the shops in the center of your kingdom was that it also discouraged expansion. That's another reason why we had things expand with the wall. What is going on? Our builders just are not very fast.
They're good at other
I'm
things,
not
Gordon.
impressed with you guys.
They're good at other things. How are we looking on the tech side? Did you... Because you had both of the mines here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough money.
I'm
You have
gonna...
more money than me.
Yep, I'm gonna pay to get stone.
I think I haven't been killing enough animals. It sounds really bad if
I
you
don't
take it
think
out
I've
of
killed
context.
any animals.
What?
No. Do you know what I like? It's so funny that there is a speedrun category for Kingdom that is vegan. Like you're not allowed to kill animals. It sounds so difficult. But people are doing it.
Yeah. I love those things. I would like to find ways to maybe add that into it so that there's kind of rules that can be added so that players have a way where the game helps them track it.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Because it's such fun concepts that you know, speedrunners are like a kind of their own, because they would like, okay, now I've beaten this game really, really fast, and that's still too easy for me. So I'm gonna make up a new way for me to beat the game really fast that's even harder.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person, so I really admire the people who are.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it inspired Challenge Islands for me, was seeing players making up their own rules. And
Yeah.
I was like, we need to find a way to, something happened. My control, I
Oh
lost
my God.
control. The lag.
Your wolf went berserk. So we lost connections, so I'll see if we can invite you back in.
Which is the strangest thing, because we live right so close.
Because we live right next to each other. Well, not really, but almost.
Yeah. But this is, I blame this on Steam. Don't kill me, Gabe.
Okay, so are you back in the game?
I think so. Yep.
Yep, we're back.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna switch the windows there. So if the people who are watching right now, if you notice that something odd is happening to the stream, it's because somehow I lose connection with the streaming software every time I have to invite Gordon to Steam Remote Play, which is really peculiar, but yeah. So that's,
since we're streaming on Steam.
Yeah, so I guess my user is doing two things at the same time and it can't really handle it, but we're all good. It's just for a couple of seconds. So we don't want to bring down this camp over here, but we want the boat, right?
We can still do the boat. You can only do it at daytime, though.
Yeah.
But there is another camp past the boat. So strategically, it might make more sense at a certain point to actually do that.
Yeah. You also have a lot of money right now. We could get iron tech, right?
Don't take my dog. Yeah, but I think the money is better spent on us getting rid of and just deciding to lose our sweet, beautiful. Can I get that moon?
Should we go for it?
Can I get a howl? No.
Can I get an
yeah, I think we should. I think I want to. Yeah, let's get rid of the camp. Let's level the camp.
I'm killing it. Wait, we wait for a new beggar to spawn first? Come out.
Sure.
Come out.
We didn't get many beggar camps. I thought I had more beggar camps on this. I thought there was 3. Seems like there's only 2. It makes it much more tricky.
No one's coming out.
Maybe that's good. So if we get rid of this, we only have 1 beggar camp.
Oh, I'm getting it now. I don't want
But
to.
the goal is to get off, right? The goal isn't to stay on this as long as possible. So, you know, the game is trying to encourage us to escape.
Yeah, and we can't get a crown unless we visit 2 islands, and we have to pay for, what was it, 10 ship pieces each. There we go. There's our dude.
And we got a lot of people. We need some more builders, though.
But we can't take everyone onto the boat, right?
Oops, I just bought a farm. No, but we need... Okay, so 4 builders can build on a single boat. That's a good point, though. That's a really good point that you brought up, because in Dire Island, that is another strategy. You don't want to have additional citizens that you don't need with jobs that you know maybe aren't as useful.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like if you have 10 workers, that doesn't really give you an advantage because only 4 can build the boat at a single time.
Yeah.
So that was a super good point.
So I mean, building a lot of workers is good, but you can't have too many. What's the time of day like? Is it getting dark? Not yet.
Going towards sunset.
Can we get one more? Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Frisky Donuts writes in the chat, "Good Friday, what a pleasant surprise." What a pleasant surprise to see you in the chat, Frisky Donuts. Just thought that we would do a little stream.
What's up, Frisky? Frisky Donuts! Well, he's been in our Discord community for forever. I think. I'm not sure. Frisky, do you predate even Discord as a Kingdom player and part of the community?
Let's see if we get a response. Jolie Craft says, "Oh my god, think I'm late. Is it possible for me to watch the past stream?" I think, Jolie, that we are actually going to do a rebroadcast of this a couple of hours after we shut down the stream. So if you're on... Let's see. If you're on Europe time, Central Europe time, then we would rebroadcast the stream at 7 p.m. So that's about 3 hours after we end the stream.
Alright, now we need to use this money.
On the
now
boat.
We're rich. We need to build the boat!
Build the boat.
Can we do it? Can we do it? And we even have this nice thing where we have some wall placement. So what I'm going to try and do is let's see if we can cut down some of this forest first and see if we can build a wall on the other side. Yeah. Because if we can build a wall, then we can just build all night.
Sounds good. I'm up for it.
What was the challenge that we needed to do? I forget
Visit
what I
2 islands.
wrote.
And each pay for 10 ship pieces. Wait, I'm gonna look. Travel to 2 lands, each pay for at least 10 ship pieces. So you can't hog the glory here and pay for all the ship pieces.
Oh, you usually have more money than me. So.
Where's Sam? Where's our builder? Sam? Here he is. He's coming. And his friends are coming too. They're just a little bit slow. Frisky says, "Nah, I was late on the Kingdom train, and no, I've never forgiven myself."
Well, you should forgive yourself.
You should. Because you're here now, and that's what matters.
You've contributed a lot to the community, so you are now forgiven officially.
And I mean, if even Gordon can't tell that you're late, then you've probably been here long enough.
Exactly. You've been grandfathered in.
So, for any new viewers who might have just tuned in, me and Gordon are currently showing a little bit what's planned for a future Kingdom update. And as you can see, we are playing Challenge Islands together, which is the big thing that we're gonna launch next. So all of the Challenge Islands that you've been able to play in single player will soon be available to play with a friend.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We should go. Should we go? We should go.
See?
I think we need to take down this camp if we want the wall there.
Yep, I think. Come on, workers.
There's so much money here, Gordon. Our archers are really working hard. Is it a blood moon again? Oh.
Another thing is blood moons come much sooner than in the campaigns.
Frisky says, wow, are you serious? Co-op Challenge Islands? Yes, we are. We are very serious about this. And while we don't have a lot more info to give you on when that's coming, we hope that you're gonna keep an eye out on our Steam community hub and on our social media to find out whenever we can tell you more about that. Oh, I saved the puppy! Oh my god. That's really stressful. Gordon!
Woohoo! See that move?
Yeah, and I didn't like it. If your move was almost kill your puppy, I didn't like it.
I was actually even impressed with myself.
Should we build a wall that's next to the bell here? Maybe that's enough.
I don't know.
We don't want. Do we want to take down this camp? Because I think that the
We really got the worst RNG on this.
I think we should build this wall. I mean, that's the next
Yeah,
best thing.
let's build it. Let's do it. But we're gonna need to build it all the way up to the full strength.
Yep, I'm on it. Are you counting now?
Yeah,
10.
I pay for 8.
One, 4, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And now you did 10, and now I've done 10. Cool.
Yeah. I still, even though we've had some disconnects, Steam Remote Play is super impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I use it a lot when testing to simulate the local co-op, and it works good. So Frisky said that someone on Discord mentioned co-op Challenge Islands like not even 2 weeks ago. I bet they and many others will be quite chuffed. Yeah, I've seen that there are quite a few people who've been asking for the possibility to play these challenges together. So it's a really nice thing to finally be able to say that, hey, it's coming. Do you think we have time to do stone here? I would say no.
Can you take a screenshot of this so we can post it as a Friday share day to get the news out?
Sure, but we should get a really nice screenshot.
I thought this was kind of nice.
But you're running away. We should stand here by the bell, and we should howl at the moon when the moon comes up.
Okay.
But we should.
But you know what? We also should get rid of this peasant camp, this beggar camp,
But
because we need to get off this land, and we have enough people.
Yeah.
The goal should just be to get out. And now we shouldn't build because we're going to lose our builders. So now, without a wall being blocking that, then we're in dire straits. Oh, that's also a band.
You really did that. You did it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's wait for the green wave, and then we go on the bridge and howl at the moon. It's a really good howl. Where are the greed? They're not coming.
It's a recovery wave.
Oh, it is. Then let's go and howl now. Okay, let's stand here. Awoo. See? I got some good screenshots.
Awesome.
Let's...
Here's something weird about remote play. It takes over my mouse, so I'm not able to do anything. So I can't like even shut down the app or do anything. I'm kind of like stuck. It's kind of weird.
That's weird. But it seems like it's an evolving feature, so perhaps that could be solved in the future. Is there a dedicated Discord server? Joliecraft asks. Maybe Chris can link it to you. We have a Raw Fury Discord server where we have chat rooms for all Raw Fury games, including Kingdom.
The best channel.
Is that the best one?
Yeah. I'm biased though.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're a little bit biased here, but sure. Like one good thing that you can do or see and find out about when you're on the Discord is when we also do Game Breakers tests. Because occasionally we will ask members of the community to apply for being Game Breakers, which means that they can have...
Right, Frisky Donuts?
Yeah, so you can have a look at future Kingdom content and test it and make sure it's working and give us your feedback and what you think about it. So there are several perks to being a part of the Raw Fury Discord. Let's see if Chris is at his station right now and can send a link to it. Otherwise, I will do it before the end of the stream. How's the boat doing? We need more money for the boat. Boat. Still a few more pieces to go. You have some money. Pay for the boat. Ah, Frisky Donut! You were faster. Frisky wins. He sure does. Is it a he? I don't know. They win. Okay, so we need more money for our boat. We're so close to getting off this island. And you're paying for farms and stuff. We're done. We're supposed to get off. Go away. To the next place. Do you have some money for
You
me?
will be stuck with a wooden crown.
No.
Ooh, it's a full moon now.
Ow.
I love taking risks with that puppy.
Is that your favorite thing to do? Are you teaching it? It's like you're teaching it about life, you know. You can't trust your
Exactly.
mama wolf all the time. It's gonna bring you to
No.
danger.
Sometimes you have to pay attention to the dangers of life on your own.
And mommy's not gonna be there to help you. She's gonna throw you at the dangers.
Well,
Still not there yet. We still need more money. Should we have gotten more farmers? We have 2 now, at least. Farmers give really quick return on the investment you put into them. Like, as soon as I start building farmers on my islands, I soon find myself overflowing with money that I can't possibly spend.
yeah.
Like in the
Then you
regular
should take it to
campaign.
the bank.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Then I'm rich. Werewolf says, many players mention the attack of the wolf is bugged. Will it get fixed?
It is not bugged. It was fixed.
It was fixed already.
It was killing too many things at once, so we had to fix that because it wasn't supposed to do that.
We have a boat, but we don't have enough money to sail away.
The dilemma.
It's a poor man's kingdom.
Okay, I went out and hunted some deer. Here's something that we did to create a little more variety. We made different kind of bridges, so there's some longer bridges now,
Oh yeah.
some shorter bridges, just so for a little bit of variety in the levels. It's kind of a fun thing.
Oh, but you're riding past the iron mine now. Do we need to activate that before we leave?
We probably should, but that's expensive. We are very low on money.
I mean, is this our only chance to get iron tech?
Yep. But do we really need it? I don't know. One could argue.
I want the crown. That's what I want.
Oh, we're not going to get that.
Why?
We don't have enough time. 13 minutes.
But we just have to
We're
sail
gonna have to
away.
go to
That's
the next
enough,
land.
right? Or do we have to?
I just said we had to sail away to 2 lands.
Oh, so the first one doesn't count. I thought it counted.
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I always intended it was 2, but maybe we counted the first one. So hopefully we did, because I thought about it, so that was kind of cruel.
Let's find out as soon as
Because I always
the
have
green
this
wave.
this process in my head when we design these kinds of things. It's like it should be easier. It should be fairly easy to get the bronze. You know, difficult to get the silver, hard to get the gold, and almost impossible to get the cursed.
Okay, I'm gonna call them.
Did we get everybody?
We
Should
do
we
have room
should
for
I
one
get
more
the
builder. If you can afford both that and sailing away, because...
No, but you only always get 3 builders. You never get 4.
Oh, okay. We're spending all of our money on this. Where are the archers? Here. Let's see if we can.
We also haven't been getting very many deer. The deer are staying away from these wolves.
Yeah, for good reason.
Not like
they know
us.
they're gonna be eaten. Okay, I've got some money now. I'm ready to go. Our puppies are alive, we are alive, our crowns are intact. I couldn't ask for a better first island. Okay, I'm chilling by the boat. Who built the wolf statue in the background, Gordon? It's huge.
I can't remember who did that. I think it was Martin.
Well, sure, like for real, yes, but in the lore,
Oh,
who made this?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Okay.
Wait, let me get that coin. No.
Nope. Nope. Too late. Gotta leave some for the people we leave behind. Okay, so moment of truth. Do we get a crown or do we have to sail to another island? I think we have to sail to another one, right?
Mm. Okay, you run that way, I'll run this way.
Okay.
No, you run the other way.
Okay.
No, and see, it zoomed in again.
Yeah, it is.
It should be saving that. I wonder why
right.
it's doing that.
Oh, you found it. Oh, but we have the stone mine here again.
Okay, yeah.
So we're good.
I think the original design was that you weren't supposed to be able to get those again. I almost feel like I might maybe add that in an update because now I know that we were able to do it. So we did some changes to the code to make unique islands.
Slowly making my way back. Our builders need something to do so they don't just hang around here by the bell.
Yeah. Here's a nice thing is now that we have the deer, or the builders, we can automatically start doing this.
Yeah, so Donuts and Jolie are talking about they would like to have like a dedicated Discord to talk about Kingdom and have like, you know, specific discussions related to speedrunning, etc. I guess though, if their interest is big enough, maybe if we ask nicely, we could ask.
Did you build walls again?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. It just comes to me. It's just like that. Maybe we can ask nicely if the Discord moderators can add a channel for that. Okay, I'm doing what you taught me now. I'm tearing down the trees instead of building a wall. I'm a slow learner, but I do learn.
But it is kind of interesting if you think about it. I've been playing this game since before it ever released. All of them.
Yeah.
The original and now this one. So, I'm one of those old grumpy players.
Yeah, and I guess I'm wondering, do you think that if you come from like classic and new lands, could that also encourage you having a different approach to the game?
Absolutely. Like a lot of players who we lost a
We didn't lose the puppy, I hope, no.
citizen. No.
What were you saying?
I feel like it was hard for them to grasp in the campaign that if you lose your crown, it's not game over.
Right.
So I think a lot of players still see that as kind of the moment that, oh, I've lost. But I didn't want it to feel that way. And I feel like we didn't have the time, or we didn't do a good enough job communicating that, because that's not the player's fault. That's the designer's fault. Me. That's my fault.
Right.
If we don't communicate something correctly.
Alright, so we only have about 5 more minutes to go of this stream. I wonder if we should go over like a little bit about what we talked about today before we shut this down to kind of do a
maybe
recap.
Go back into the menu.
Yeah. So what's happening in the upcoming update for Kingdom 2 Crowns is that we are adding co-op to Challenge Islands. It's gonna look like this. So you're gonna have one tab for single player and then a new tab coming in for multiplayer. And you can play this either in local co-op, you can play this via Steam Remote Play like we are doing right now, or you can do it online as well. So all of the existing challenge islands are gonna get this treatment. And also, the objectives for each island will be different for the multiplayer sessions. So you're gonna have some new challenges.
Go back to Plague Island.
Go back to Plague Island. I'm going back. Yeah, here.
Yeah. So if you can see, people can see that you can the crown. So each player gets a crown. So and sometimes the way it's set up is that players can get the crowns rankings asynchronously. So say I paid for all the boat parts on for both boats, and we traveled 2 times on Dire Island. You know, if we did another. If you paid for the 10 boat pieces the next time, and we traveled, then you would get your pieces. So it's like you would get your crown, but you can get them asynchronously. Both players don't get it at the same time.
Yeah, but it still encourages both players to actually do the objectives. Like one person can't carry the entire thing. I mean, that person would get the crowns, but it would also mean that the other player would not get anything. So you both kind of have to chip in to make sure you get these good ranks coming in. So that's.
If we go to Plague Island.
Yeah.
So this one we have survived 10 nights and each upgrade 2 wooden walls. So this should be one that's fairly easy, but it's like if you've survived after the 10 nights but you haven't upgraded 2 wooden walls, then you wouldn't get that crown at the same time as the other player.
Right.
Same with upgrading the stone and things like that. So it is that way on purpose, because I want players to be able to it's like you feel like you contribute and both of you have motivation to achieve the different achievements and to play together. What I really wanted to also try and do is discourage people who use co-op to make the game easier. So they just turtle their player in the center of the camp in the kingdom and play with the other player and go back to them just to create a new crown for themselves when they lose it. So I wanted to kind of discourage that kind of play style.
Yeah. So when you lose a crown in the Challenge Islands in multiplayer, you're actually losing the game immediately.
Yeah. One player loses a crown, then it's over. So there's no reforging of crowns
Right.
in Challenge Islands.
And we like aside from these updates, like the really big one coming in is that we've also made some balance changes to winter, for example, and we talked a little bit about the night statue, which I know has been a thing that players have been wanting to see some changes to, and they're coming.
Yeah.
So
and then
that's...
we've also done a lot of visual changes. Like now, Bamboo now has a full pass. I did a full proper pass on all the visuals. So when you play that, the sunsets for summer and spring, look different, and it looks different. So you'll have a lot more variety. So I feel like I really wanted that setting to stand apart a bit more from the medieval setting. I felt like it was a bit, there wasn't enough difference, and the key way to do that, the best way to do that was, because all the assets sprites are actually different. So, but they were the blender states is what they're called. They were just used from that one, and we did a small pass on them. But I was like, okay, I have to do a proper pass. So I kind of tried to take inspiration from a lot of Japanese art and using watercolor and colors to kind of be more the guideline. It's not, of course, watercolors exactly. That's really difficult to kind of pull off when you have such sharp, strong pixels. But I think when players play it, they're gonna see that, and they're gonna kind of feel the difference. But the medieval setting, I kept Thomas's original settings and only made tweaks because we've added new haze layers, new fill layers, and when you do that, originally it was set for one fill layer, but now there's two, so it doubles the potency of those settings. So what I did was I had to go back and I just made small adjustments, but more or less I tried to keep that one faithful to the original, as a kind of more as a tribute to Thomas and all the work he did, because he did the original blenders, and it's a lot of work, and he did a lot of this by himself with a little bit of help from me. So it's just like when you see someone put that much effort and dedication into something, you want to try and, even though it's a new game and this is one I designed, it's like you still keep a piece of that history and that DNA intact as close as possible.
Yeah. But yeah, the game is gonna look really gorgeous once you get to see these changes in action. But yeah, so that's a little bit on what's coming to Kingdom 2 Crowns. You're going to get more info soon. You're gonna get, a release date. You're gonna get a title for this update. It's coming, so please stay tuned. Check out our social media, Kingdom the Game, and on the Steam Community Hub as well, because we're gonna make sure you find out all of the information when we have it for you. Cool. Is that it for today then?
That is it.
That is it. Thank you, Gordon, for taking the time to play a little bit with me. And thank you, everyone who tuned in to watch in the chat and to ask questions and talk to us. We're going to do a rebroadcast of the stream later. So if you missed the start of it, you're going to be able to watch it again real soon today. Cool. Thanks so much, guys.
Awesome. Thank you for hosting, Elisabeth.
Yeah, no problem.
It's really fun. I appreciate it.
Cool. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.